It's way too early. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you got to get the stretching out. You got to get the stretching out of your body because it's a little bit too early. And that Schumann resonance must be spiking. And if you're feeling it, you are not alone. And that energy is like off the charts. It seems like the energy has been off the charts for quite some time. But so early in the morning, when you wake up and you feel that energy, it's like it's permeating in the air. It's not a happy energy. It's not a happy energy. Good morning. No, this is it's way over there on the other side of the spectrum energy. It's like if you in a happy go lucky energy. Oh no, this energy is practically the exact opposite. It's a let's get angry, let's get argumentative energy, let's get irritated energy, let's get on edge energy, let's get panicky energy, let's get restless energy. Get rid of the peace, throw the peace out the door. That's what type of energy is out there. And no, you all, this is wild. You can feel it in the air. I'm sure that Schumann resonance. I can't even get it out of my mouth right now. It's brown. It's bound to be spiking. It's, it keeps coming in my mind. It just popped in. Microwaves. Microwaves. Energy. Being blasted with microwave energy. That's what it feels like in the air. I heard some people yesterday too talking about the energy. But man, it's like it's being cranked up with each passing day. The energy cranks up. POS, people's behaviors are making horrible decisions. Yes, yes, that's a really good way to put it. They're off making horrible decisions. They cannot even think straight. When I woke up this morning, I thought, you know what? It's like a generation lost, maybe lots of generations. And it's like time has come so quickly, and people, it seems like you get up there in age so quickly, even if you're young, even if you're a child, a young adolescent, a young adult, whatever, you may be feeling this too. And as you get older, the time is literally feels like it has been sped up, and there is not enough time. It's like yesterday seems like so far back there in the past. It's impossible to be fully prepared, totally impossible. And then if just for your own age group and even the ones beneath you, hello Applebrooks honey, I really do not believe within my being, I really believe within my being that none of us are truly prepared like we need to be. Now, there are some who say, I'm fully prepared. No, you're not going to be ready for what's coming. You're not going to be ready. It's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. You may have some kind of sense of what's coming, some kind of visual picture. I mean, you can prepare based on the other visual pictures that we have, the other scenarios that we have faced in our lifetimes and that others before us have. You're not going to be ready for what's coming. You are not going to be ready. I'm not going to be ready for it. I just hope that I'm going to be strong enough on the inside of my being to be able to think straight, to be able to be coherent, be able to use some critical thinking skills so I don't make, like the guy said on here, people are, their behavior is way off and they're making horrible decisions. It's like that. POS, yeah, whether you're a guy or whether you're a girl. No, the decision-making process has been interrupted. It has been interrupted. It's hard to gather yourself together, no matter who you are, truly, unless you want to live in your own four worlds. the energy is off. That Schumann resonance is bound to be spiking. I can feel it. And the word that popped in my mind was microwaves also as I was sitting here, like being blasted with a bunch of microwaves. Forget about the energy from the sun. Now let's talk about the microwaves, because it's blasting the energy to the earth. Like you get the earth's magnetic field. There's no telling what's going on with that either. There's no telling. And you couple all of that. You couple like microwaves with the energy from the sun, and you got a whammy. You even probably have stuff coming up from the earth too. And the other realm, the ether, the spiritual realm, the interdimensional realm, you can feel the powers out there, the energy out there. Yeah. You can yeah, you look at the waves, they wobble. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. It's a shaky, wobble. That's a really good way to put it too. A wobbling, shaky energy, waves, and it's making people unbalanced in their behavior. It's making them unbalanced in their thinking. And truly, it may be the cause of something. 9 times out of 10, it's coming from something outside of themselves and outside of you, because this is a outside force that literally is affecting us at a molecular level, at a cellular level. I love it. It's like you can't. I mean, you can put on a full armor of God and get yourself ready. Try to block some of those energies, those frequencies that are you're being blasted with frequency. You're being blasted with energy. Good morning, everyone. No, it's making people's behaviors, their attitudes, it's affecting them. They're way off. They're unbalanced, super unbalanced. There's things that you can do to try to protect yourself against the energy frequencies out there. Let's just say that frequencies. No, it's wild. It's literally, it's like cranking up with each passing day. Yeah, it looks like our Applebrooks honey is busy. I love it. Gina, that's strange behavior. Well, I don't like it for her, but I'm just being sarcastic. I'm kind of being sarcastic because there shouldn't be no sense in this type of energy, but it's always going to be out there, you all. If you are feeling on edge, if you seeing people who are on edge, if you can just feel the energy in the air. It's like that great big dark cloud just hovering, not over you, but like hovering all over everybody. You ever see walk around with a dark cloud? The dark cloud symbolizes like bad energy. Bad energy. If you see the little cartoons, a dark cloud covering somebody as they walk, and it's like lightning and rain and stuff coming from it, all that bad energy. It's not sunshine hanging over your head. Like, I got sunshine on a cloudy day. No, this cloud is full of lightning bolts and torrential rainfall. Spiritually speaking. Spiritually speaking. Yeah, hello there, Marcus. Love you too. This snow, the energy's been cranked up and it's too early. But it doesn't matter, because this energy that's out there, the frequencies that out there, it does not adhere to any type of time at all. Time is irrelevant to the energy that's out there, to the frequencies that are out there, to the microwave frequencies, the frequencies from the sun, the frequencies, God forbid, coming from like some kind of alien force in the sky. Yeah. And or, God forbid, coming from satellites up there in the sky, because they can have those weapons on them, and they don't have to be too far up. They can come down lower in the sky over certain areas, and they can have a group of them, and they can be emitting certain types of frequencies over entire populations and causing all of these scrambling of emotions and stuff like that. This is like unconventional warfare, but this is space wars. space wars using satellites up there, and also like the ground-based systems from ships, and even in the back of like semis or something, covered containers in a remote area, from towers. It's unconventional warfare using different types of frequency. It can be there. The frequencies that are out there, these mechanisms can be used for good, but when they're falling into the wrong hands, they're using them for bad. And it's a way to bring about a desired effect, a desired result to the majority of a population. It's not going to truly get a whole entire population, but it'll get a big bulk of it. And that's all it needs. Because you can't have the people coming together. You can't have people being peaceful terms all the time. You can't, because then your warfare equipment and stuff like that wouldn't work. The frequencies wouldn't work on them, and you wouldn't be too happy. That's why they crank it up. It's they got to speed it up, whatever it is. Be even alien technology out there. I'm using alien technology because that technology came from somewhere. And I woke up in the middle of the night also. Um, holograms, holography. 1955 popped in my mind with holograms, so I typed in holograms and 1955, and that's literally was a timestamp when they realized they had the technology to at least go into that area with waves and light and stuff like that. But it was around the 60s and 70s that they learned that they could truly more or less perfect it and start using it on a wide scale. And it was said it would help them detect alien life forms also with the technology like that. They use it to detect like microbial things and give them a 3D image. It's being used all over the place. It really ramped up in 1948. 1948, that's 1 year after the Roswell incident. And then in 1948 is when all of this technology and all these agencies start popping up all over the place, you all. There's alien. There is other life form involved in all of this. Other type of beings other than humans. There is an energy that did not originate with the human beings themselves. Some kind of a force out there. Some type of a knowledge that literally was like poof in 1948. It's like something took over. It really does feel like that. Something took over and put its plan in place around that time, because that's when a big boom of all of this Dead Sea Scrolls, all of it happened. Something cranked up that clock, started messing with the time, started accelerating everything. And it's only just, it's just growing. It's growing. Technology's growing too. Like lost in time, lost in time, lost in space, lost in time. Because time's not going to wait for you, and the technology is going to keep on evolving. And if there are other beings out there, they're going to continue being the being that they are, doing the things that they're going to do. Yeah. If aliens were replaced with the word ancestral every time we speak. Yeah. Oh, this is not too early today for me. It's not. Sometimes I will pop right up out of that bed like I did yesterday. I wasn't even up for 2 minutes. I popped on here. I think that was yesterday. No, I'll get on here. I will. I'm not going to show no holography or hologram stuff. but I can feel the energy in the air. It is, it's been cranked up. And we're running out of time to prepare. The older you get, you're not going to have the strength that you had when you were younger. You're not going to have the sharp thinking you may have had when you were younger, to say. You'll have more, you're going to have an enlightenment. When you get enlightened inside your being, even anybody, it doesn't matter the age, when your eyes start opening, you realize what happened to time. It was happening right in front of our eyes and we didn't see it, but it was meant for you not to see it. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself because you didn't know something sooner than you should have, that your eyes weren't open anytime sooner than they were. They're open exactly when they were supposed to be open, spiritually speaking, to everything that's going on in the world. And a lot of people's eyes are still not opened. Some will not open, but some people's eyes will still open. It takes a lot to a person to realize something going on. It does. It takes a long time for some people. Others, it don't take very long. They see something, they learn their lesson, and boom. Okay, that's it. I'm not playing no more. No walking in the dark. Like rolling in the deep. It's like drain the swamp. Well, that swamp was pretty deep. Still pretty deep. There's lots of swamps in the world. So I also read that there's something they keep putting Prometheus out there. Keep putting these movies out there. They keep popping up with these alien creatures. How in the one movie, the humans on the earth, they had to go build their underground bunkers, is what they had to do because of some type of alien entity. They had to go into the earth, get the boring machines, build their underground habitations because of what was happening on the surface of the earth in these movies. And I forget what else they had to do. They even had their birthing centers. It was in one of these alien movies. And it matches that classified. And it said, in that, they said it was a hoax where this senator was reading off this amendment or something that had been put forward. They're in like a Capitol Hill inside that building. They're passing, or the House of Representatives. I don't know where they are, but they're reading this bill called Stamped Classified. And the senator or whoever he was, a congressman, was reading it, classified, otherworldly strength, classified, underground birthing centers, classified, and new Bill of Rights, also classified, and flesh-eating something, classified. Yeah, I believe there's truth to that, and they just wanted to dismiss it. It's like everything's a conspiracy theory until it isn't. These things that are prophesied in a book, written in a book, oh, it's just make-believe until it isn't. Years later, you find out, no, that was not make-believe. Somebody had some insight. Someone had some ability to look into the future and tap into what was happening, and they wrote a book. They saw into the future. They were a channel when they wrote the book. So the energy out there, it's too early for the energy, and the energy's all scrambled energy. It's like those Simpsons. They have an uncanny way of predicting what's going to happen. That too. And the battle for Los Angeles, well, maybe they won that battle. Maybe we didn't win and push the invading force off. Maybe they pushed us back, and the aliens won the battle. But it's all a big hoax. The battle for Los Angeles. Is that right near the water? Because they're supposed to be underground. China has them too. They got underground, underwater bases with seafaring vessels underwater, not just submarines, but other high-tech vehicles under the water. Just like when those UFOs come down from the sky in Hawaii, down near the observatories where the telescopes are, they go into these like shafts. That's why they see so many UFOs hovering around the volcanoes, coming up out of the volcanoes. It's like this one movie you had to, I don't know, was it The Lost City of Atlantis or something? They went inside of a volcano or something, went down, or I don't know. There's worlds underneath our feet. There's bound to be worlds underneath our feet. Otherwise, we wouldn't have underground tunnels and stuff like that. Shopping malls and things. There's levels underneath our feet, not just for the humans, but for other things underneath. It's a whole new world. How did we get on the aliens, the frequency, space wars, and things like that? And the Earth is about. The Earth is getting ready to be taken over. It's being prepped for surgery. A whole entire civilization being prepped for a surgical procedure that is going to change you forever, your civilization forever. If you want to add a visual to it, being prepped. And with some procedures, there's things you have to take. They'll give you something to take ahead of time to prepare your body for the procedure. Because once the procedures are done, you're not going to be the same. A part of you is going to be taken out, perhaps at times replaced, and then perhaps it's taken out and yeah. So I'm going to go. I am, you all. I'm done for this morning. I think I'll go down there and get some coffee or something. Yeah, the V is about the TV series Will. Yeah, The Coming Race. Well, in the book, The Coming Race, about the Vril, and they come up from inside the earth to the earth's surface. And they don't play. They're very powerful, extremely powerful beings. They can read your mind. They have otherworldly strength. And they have a low tolerance for other types of species. They do. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the Ethiopian Bible. I think I read some of it on here. But these, even with the Bibles, there's old manuscripts out there. There's other things other than the Bible that hold clue to the past that have been hidden. It's just like how many miles was it? Over 70 miles of bookshelves under the Vatican, and they don't give access to the public. And some of the historians and scientists want access, and they don't want to give it to them at all. You have to ask yourself, why would they put it underground? Because they know it's not going to get destroyed. It's in a safe place, all underground. Yeah. I am going to go. Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the join button. The energy is off the charts. It's been cranked up, and it seems like it's getting cranked up even more and more. But so early in the morning when you can feel it. It's like out there. It's out there. And I do like the person's comment, POS channel or something. People's behaviors are way off, and they're making horrible decisions that sums it up. The and horrible and the inability to make good decisions. You may say, why did they do that? Because their behavior is off. They're not themselves on the inside. Yeah. Well, I am going to go. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you, Apple Brooks, honey. Y'all hit that subscribe button. And I was thinking all day yesterday it's Sunday. Well, at least half a day. Today's Sunday. Yeah. Just popped into my head. I thought yesterday was Sunday. But it wasn't. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Thank you for tuning in. And just do whatever you can do to maintain your sanity in a world that's going insane. That's what I got to say. Maintain your sanity. Hold it together. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. I heard somebody in that room, Gina, honey, you already lost it. That's okay. If I'm going to lose something, it's going to be the bad part. I got to have my eyes wide open. I do. Yeah. You see the Nancy Pelosi slits in her eyes? It came on the heels of her after the Democratic National Convention where she said, we got to convince the other reptilians. And she said the word cold-blooded and stuff. Some people say, well, that never did happen. Who said it didn't? And her eyes on the Stephen Colbert show at the very beginning, she's in a yellow dress. She looks at the camera. The one eye turns into a slit. As the camera focuses, her jaw goes like this. And the other slit eye shows up. And she looks at the camera, and then she turns her head to the side with that look on her face. Well, it was 2 live videos last night. Hello there, Peppa Melon. I'm going to go. You all have a wonderful rest of your morning. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, the like button, the